gone to great lengths to make sure that the other parents aren't forgotten. And even to the extent that Tom, you're Doodle. I guess that nickname sticks because I even heard Angie call me. Well, marriage is a lot like a classic car. You know, you can have that car all fixed up on the outside. It can look beautiful. A marriage and a family can look beautiful on the outside. But until you do the hard work and check that engine and get everything running and everything operating right, it's going to sit right out there in the parking lot, right? It's the same way with a marriage. Until your marriage is running with the family united as one and you're doing the hard work on the inside of your house and have your marriage and your family running on all 8 cylinders, that's when your marriage will take off and your family will grow. It's just something miraculous that happens. I know you guys don't know a whole lot about working on cars, right? You guys. Well, the same, do you? Okay. Well, the same miracles that happen when you make those cars run like me happen in your marriage and happened when Jesus performed his first miracle. You know, his first miracle took place at a wedding. It was the wedding at Cana. And it may have been a day like today. There may have been family and friends gathered, and Jesus was not officiating. He was just one of the invited guests. And yet he chose a wedding to let his power and his magnificence be shown. I think he did that for 2 reasons. One, to show his blessing on the two of you becoming one. And second, to show the miracles that will happen when you invite him every day to be part of the two of your lives and of your family. You know, Ted and I have learned in our almost 30 years of marriage that love is not just a feeling. It's a commitment and it's a covenant before God. And the Apostle Paul probably describes best what it means to truly sacrificially love one another in 1 Corinthians 13. The Bible says love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Tom and Angie, I too remember that day of child dedication when we sit with her family and dedicated their children unto the Lord. I probably remember even more the day, Tom, that you were baptized. You came down out of that water and down that ladder, and you gave me a hug so hard you about broke my neck. And I think it was just a reflection of your excitement, of your passion for life. And I just too want to say how much of a privilege it is to be standing before the two of you today. Angie looked radiant. Tom, Angie looks radiant. I agree. If we could give you any advice beyond the words that Paul gave in 1 Corinthians 13, and our advice isn't any better than that, but it's needless for us to share. Number one, listen carefully. Look at life from each other's perspective. If at all possible, put yourself in each other's shoes and try to see life, help each other. Number two, be flexible, not having to win. Remember that marriage is not a competition. Right? You smiling, Tom. Down. Typically, when one spouse wins an argument, the marriage loses. So most importantly, collaborate together to create solutions that is best for you as a couple, and best for you as a family. 3, have fun together in your relationship. Don't let it become stale. Tom, I'm a little old-fashioned in this regard, so I'm going to hold you accountable to continue to ask Angie out on dates even after you're married. Just because you got her doesn't mean the romance stops, okay? Okay. All right. What I'm doing tonight. She's wrapped up in something, I don't know. Number 4, forgive one another, because you will make mistakes, and none of us are perfect. finally, number 5, pray for one another, especially when you are upset with one another. That's the most important time to pray for God's blessing against others' lives, because He will put that blessing in us. It's important. None of those things happen naturally. In fact, they go against the very grain of human nature. But they're possible when we come to understand something we talked about the very first time we sat down together. We talked about how marriage is not a partnership between 2 people, but a triangular covenant relationship between 3. We talked about how that shape of the triangle is significant, that Jesus is the top of that triangle. Angie, you're in one corner, and Tom, you're in the other corner. But because of the shape of a triangle, as each of you move up the sides of the triangle and getting closer to Jesus, we talked about how automatically the distance between the 2 of you gets closer together. We'll guarantee you that if you keep Jesus at the center of your relationship, your marriage will be successful. It's as one person does put it. It takes 3 to make 2 become 1.
Do you, Tom and Angie, promise to love, to honor, to sustain, and to cherish one another, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, in prosperity and adversity, and be faithful to each other alone, as long as you both shall live? If so, please say together, with God's help, we do. With God's help, we do.
And do you, Tom and Angie's family and friends, do you promise to love, support, and encourage this couple as they're joined together in marriage for as long as they both shall live? If so, will you please say very loudly, I might add, we do.
We do.
All right.
That's help. We do.
This time you're like, you turn and face one another with both hands. Tom, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. Looking at you. Repeat after me. I, Tom, take you, Angie, to be my wife.
I, Tom, take you, Angie, to be my wife,
To have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
I give you my eternal love
I give you my eternal love
through both joys and sorrows.
through both joys and sorrows.
I promise to be true to you,
I promise to be true
to you,
to you,
to cherish and respect you
to cherish and respect you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
And Angie will repeat after me. I, Angie, take you, Tom,
I, Angie, take you, Tom,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
I give you my eternal love
I give you my eternal love
through both joys and sorrows.
through both joys and sorrows.
I promise to be true to you,
I promise to be true to you,
to cherish and respect you
to cherish and respect you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Tom, what token and pledge do you offer for your faithful performance?